Hey, this is Crypto Jimbo. Haven't gone with that one for a while, but yes, welcome everyone. We have an AMA today, and I believe AJ will be joining us here in just a minute. Just had AJ on not too long ago, but they are doing a lot. And I'll tell you, one of the things I love about EMP and one of the things I love about AJ in particular is never complain. I mean, we're in terrible market conditions, okay? Like I look on CoinMarketCap. Let me just pull this up real quick, but it's just we have so little. The main number I look for on CoinMarketCap is the total market cap of crypto, okay? Because that is how much new capital is coming into the space, which is what a lot of projects, even non-Ponzi projects, are. If you want big returns, there needs to be cash coming in from somewhere. So we in November of last year, we're sitting at about $3 trillion, over $3 trillion in crypto. Now we're sitting at 842 billion. So this is a harsh, deep bear market that we're in right now. And of that 842 billion, about a little less than 40% of it or so is in Bitcoin. And like a fifth of it is maybe in Ethereum and these other top 10 coins. So that means for coins number 11 through everything else, we have a very, very limited pool of funds. So I love that EMP just keeps building and they don't give up. They don't complain, but they keep building. And again, I'm still making a pretty decent amount of money. I mean, I have quite a bit invested in here, and I only sell eShare. I never sell EMP. I know we're well below peg, but I don't want to be one to contribute to it going lower. So my strategy is I use all these other things, the detonator, the reactor, the nodes, to support the farm to get eShares. And you see, I have, even through this bear market, during the bull market, 300 EMP Ethereum liquidity pools tokens would be, 20K, maybe 30K. So it's still, it's down quite a bit, but it's still making, it's probably making 50 or 60 bucks a day. So I appreciate that even though, doing below peg, those things, they're still building things that are keeping the protocol going. And again, the goal is if these protocols, we have EMP and MDB and, maybe even Drip or Animal Farm, some of those things, if they can make it through to the bull market, that's when the real money will be coming in. So very excited. Let me just check on AJ here. Just to make sure that he's hopping on. Usually he's pretty busy guy. So usually he's doing 50 other things. And so sometimes he's just late. So let me go ahead and just talk a little bit. I know what this is about today. So they're doing another NFT collection. There he is. AJ, the man. You know what? I forgot to greet everyone too. So before I'm bringing on AJ here, but before that, welcome everyone. And please hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you like me, hit the like button. If you like AJ, hit the like button. Unfortunately, you can't hit the like button twice, or, I would ask you to do that. But AJ, always good to see you, brother. I'm glad that you could join us here again. Just talked to you last week or a couple weeks ago, but great to have you again. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, James, happy to be here, brother. Again, I was fashionably late. I apologize.
No,
We
that's
yeah, we've been on. I've literally done about 15 AMAs in the last 4 days, so I'm getting a little tired. But it's always a pleasure to be here, brother. And thank you for your continued support. And yeah, we've been a staple on the channel lately. So again. I know it's a lot for everybody going into the end of the year, but we're trying to get all of our NFTs out and in the wild so that we can really focus on development in 2023. So, yeah, man, happy to be here.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to have you. And we won't make this an hour one because we've talked through all the parts of EMP so many times. But I do want to emphasize kind of what you're here to talk about today. This is a new NFT collection. Is that correct?
Yeah, 100%. So, we were on the channel about a week ago with our Power Up NFT, and that was a great success. That mint is now over. We minted 546 NFTs. So again, the treasury minted some for ourselves so that we can ensure the liquidity on secondary market. But that's about 500K that's now entering our ecosystem. So again, 500,000 raised with that NFT, and now we're going into our Detonator Defender NFT, which is essentially a direct clone of the Sentinel Squadron NFTs that we launched about a month ago. Only instead of utilizing the reactor contract, we're utilizing the detonator contract. So it will reward you. Yep, there's the Sentinels right there. That rewards in eShare and MDB. Again, we have an amazing partnership with MDB, um, and that utilizes the reactor contract to generate yield. And now with Detonator, we're doing the same exact thing, um, and rewarding everybody in eShare. I'm sorry, in EMP ETH LP. So this is really a way to earn actual Ethereum through our protocol on a very passive level, because a lot of, and again, I'm a very positive person, so I hate to say criticism, but one of the big criticisms of our protocol is that A, it's very complicated, and B, people don't want to have to compound or claim in our detonator style contracts every day. And so, again, for those that may not know, it's all part of our game theory, and it's what makes these detonator style contracts so powerful and sustainable. Is that if you don't claim or compound within 24 hours, the rewards are given back to the pool, and you don't lose out on those rewards as the investor. It just prolongs your ROI by a day or however long you forget to compound. So this detonator defender solves all of that. So you get exposure to the detonator. Again, not having to worry about compounding because our smart contracts will do that for you. And you also get the flexibility of having a position in detonator that you can sell. So again, everybody in detonator right now, your funds are locked, and that's part of the model is that you again put up your LP, you lock, and then you get a certain percentage every single day for doing so. But if you wanted to sell, you can't. But if you have a detonator defender NFT, you could sell the NFT and have that flexibility without hurting the protocol either. So again, the NFTs have been so powerful, and that's why we're trying to get them out as fast as we can, because they're just a win-win for everybody involved. And so, but this is it, man. I promise. No more NFTs for at least 4 or 6 months as we continue to build out other parts of EMP to make it even more sustainable.
Awesome, brother. No, I love it that you keep building. And again, you are a very positive person. Like there's a lot of, I mean, you could complain about the markets. That's what I see in a lot of communities. It's just, oh, the markets are so terrible. But um, there's really no use in complaining about it. You just have to keep building and just do what you can to kind of hobble through. So I think
Totally,
you guys are
brother.
doing a great job.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, I know a lot of you know my personal situation, where I am in a wheelchair. I have a neurological condition since the age of 2, and but I've never let that hold me back. And again, my number one superpower in life has been a positive attitude. So we always bring that to EMP, and failure is not an option, James. So yeah, brother, we're continuing to build, and again, we've delivered on everything that we said we would too. That's another thing. We have a track record, that supports everything that we said. And so again, we're going on 11 months now, almost 1 year, and that's a long time in DeFi, especially with a 90% drawdown on the overall crypto market. And as you said, other protocols are using the bear market as an excuse. We never have excuses at EMP. So yeah, obviously we want to be above peg. Obviously we want more users, but we're not reliant on that to sustain. And we've proven that. Again, I'm still paying APR every day. It may not be the sexiest APR, but any yield is good yield.
Yep, absolutely. And we need people like you in the space. This is a very negative space, especially right now. I Twitter is the worst place I've ever been in my life. And so I just appreciate
Yes.
you and your positivity and your community because communities reflect the leadership. So if the leaders are positive and kind and things like that, the communities tend to be that way. But if the leaders are, harsh and calling everybody a futter and things like that, then the community kind of follows suit. So I just appreciate you, man, quite a bit.
Thank you, brother. No doubt. I'm happy to call you a personal friend, James. And even outside of crypto, we're all here to try to, make it happen. And those that are still here are here for the right reasons. I've been through a total of this is my third bear market, and again, man, I see it time and time again. Crypto Twitter is an absolute dumpster fire. Everybody's panicking. All the YouTubers are leaving. But those that are building, those that stay here, those that are passionate about crypto, and again being here for the right reasons, those are the ones that have the most success overall. And we try to preach that to our community for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And networking, connections. I mean, that's a huge part. Like, I'm not making nearly as much money as I was, last year at this time. But I'm meeting all sorts of people, like connecting with you and connecting with MDB, Danny from MDB, and things like that. So,
Totally.
really
Yeah, no,
appreciate it.
we have even more in the works. Again, I know don't want to drop too much alpha, but we've been in touch with a lot of your again partners and people that we respect in the space. And we have a lot coming in 2023 that will help us not only continue to earn and yield through our treasury, but also support other protocols that are here for the right reasons. MDB is a perfect example, and we have a few others that, again, that may be our next AMA, James, when we announce that. So, yeah,
Maybe we should just get like a standing weekly AMA or something like that. It's
I
we're
love
getting
it.
about to that point.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
brother.
well, let's get some more details on these NFTs, because I suppose that's why people are here. That's kind of the main purpose. So are these available to mint right now? And what's the cost? And what do people need to mint in?
Yep, totally. So we are running a pre-sale as we speak. So these are a series of 11 different pieces of artwork. Again, as some of you may know, I have an artistic background. I did a portrait for President Obama back in 2012. And so everybody was asking, if you're going to do an NFT, why don't you do have your own touch in it? So again, we worked with an illustrator and between him and I, and some other team members, we put together all these NFTs. And so the only way to guarantee that you get all 11 of them is through this pre-sale. So that is happening as we speak. Um, again, it's $3,333 for all 11, and we're giving away $1,000 for every couple of $100,000 that we raise. So there's also an added giveaway with that as well. However, again, I know that's a lot of money. Some of you may not be able to go that heavy. We're doing our public mint tomorrow, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. UTC, December 13th. And the NFTs will go on sale for $300 each. So you can buy one at a time once that happens. But we've had a lot of buzz through the pre-sale. We've already sold a bunch of sets, so there may not be a lot to go around on the public mint. So be there ready and waiting. The mint will go for 48 hours. So whatever is not sold in that 48 hours will be burned. So the total supply is only 3,333. Again, we did those odd numbers because if and when we sell out, that's an even $1 million that will go into the detonator protocol. So yeah.
Okay, very cool. And then there's if people want to get in the pre-sale, is that Google form the right way to do it? That's what I have a link to that.
It is, yes, sir. So
Okay.
again, don't get scammed. Don't respond to any DMs. It will be a Google form. Again, all the instructions are pinned in our socials, and we did this on purpose because we didn't want to get botted or have any exploits where people are able to mint all the NFTs under one address. So we are doing it a little bit more centralized, but this allows us to make sure that everything is good to go. And yeah, we'll be again, the only way to guarantee that you get all 11 of each piece of artwork. So we'll be manually making sure that you get that because on Mint, it's all randomized. So again, the reveal will happen later on these NFTs. So you may not know what one you're getting, and it may be really hard to cherry pick what ones you want on the secondary market. So yeah, a little bit for everybody.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's get a few audience questions and then we'll let you go because I'm sure you've
All
got your
right,
next
brother.
AMA to
Yeah,
get
no,
to.
I love it, man. And again, all this is really straightforward. You know, the beauty of these NFTs is literally a way to earn EMP ETH through our ecosystem, very hands off, and utilize that in our protocol. Because that's another beautiful thing is not only will this actually benefit all the NFT holders, obviously, because we're compounding more than we claim, then we become the largest good actor in Detonator. And so, again, a lot of people's criticism has been that, the daily burst is going down, the pool balance is going down. Well, by doing this, theoretically, we're able to build a floor on the Detonator pool balance and continue to, again, by compounding, raise that floor over time. So it's also very beneficial to those of you already in Detonator as well.
Okay, good because I'm in Detonator pretty strongly, so
Yes,
that's good to hear.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, Davis would like to know anything special about having the whole collection other than the giveaway.
Yeah, great question, David. So, yeah, we try to be very fair on the yield, meaning we don't want to prioritize, inflating yield for people. The money has to come from somewhere. So, all the yield will be the same, regardless of how many NFTs you own. Obviously, the more you own, the more you get, but the individual yield is the same across the board. But yeah, we will be giving perks to people that hold the entire collection. So it will be additional utility in the protocol, meaning we always have whitelist opportunities or any of our detonator as a service partners. We usually have an early access opportunity for that, so to get in. So if you have a whole set, you will get priority in getting in. So yeah, there will be some perks.
Okay, gotcha. And I can relate to this. All Random Production says I have daily alarms for compound and claim every day. I have the same thing. One of my least favorite things when I travel is my EMP alarm is at the wrong time, so I miss. I usually miss the detonator for the first day when
Yes.
I switch time zones. So
Oh man, no doubt. I know, guys. Yeah. So again, it all is part of our game theory. I know it can be frustrating, but again, I mean, this is a perfect example. All of you are interacting with EMP every single day and keeping it on your mind. So again, that was also part of our marketing strategy as well. And again, I don't want to overly complicate this AMA, but we are working on potential an auto compounder for those of you that are already in Detonator sometime next year. So again, we hear what you're saying, and we're going to do everything we can to help all of you without hurting the overall economics or game theory of the contract.
yep, totally get that. That was a Leaf's next question. Is I'm in detonator, wondering if we'll get an auto compounding feature there.
Amazing. There you go. I answered it ahead of time. So
There you
yeah,
go.
again, this is totally separate from that. But we are looking at a subscription model again that would allow you to auto compound, but then that subscription fee would feed the detonator balance. So again, the reason that we do have that 24-hour window is to again prolong the runway of that contract. So we wouldn't want to, negatively impact that. But we think we have a solution that hopefully we can release sometime early next year.
Okay. Okay, very good. EMP Treasury, we just got a few more here. EMP Treasury invests in outside protocols in order to get revenue. What are some of the better ones? I would imagine their own detonator as a service are great ones to invest in.
Yeah, absolutely. So we always prioritize our partners. Again, we're building a large position at MDB. We've already built a large position in Splinterlands, which is our generator partner. And then, yeah, the growth DeFi community, which is the cultivator, we also have a large position there as well. So we always prioritize revenue streams through our partners, and I would say start there. And then we're also again um, utilizing our treasury to get into even more yield producing assets as well that are low risk. I mean, again, we don't want to go into anything high risk that could potentially hurt EMP, but the overall goal, and again, I know we talked about this a lot, James, but the overall goal is that we don't want to just blow our entire treasury getting back to peg. A lot of protocols have done that, and now not only are they broke, but they still are not at peg. So the idea is that we use our treasury to produce yield, and then we take that yield and buy and burn EMP with that yield. And there will be a point in the very near future where that buying pressure is way more than the selling pressure. And that is when we not only recover peg, but hold peg as well. So yeah, we're excited, man. We just got to be patient. So I know it's been a long journey, and unfortunately, we're not immune to the bear market, but we're doing everything we can to sustain and continue to build in preparation for the next bull. And we're not reliant on the bull either, which is really powerful in our protocol. So
Yeah, it would just be cherry on the top. Having the bull market would be good.
totally.
What does an NFT earn daily? Some of these new NFTs.
Yeah. So excuse me. We've been very conservative with what we've released because, again, it's very dependent on market conditions and a lot of variables that we just can't predict the future on. But a conservative round number is about 0.2% daily on your dollar value. So, yeah, that's been, and that's at current market conditions. If ETH or EMP continues to go down, it may be a little less. But if ETH doubles or triples, your APR would double or triple as well. So again, it's all variable, and that's another beautiful part about our ecosystem. We're not guaranteeing 1, 2, 3% a day. It's based on what the protocol can handle in a very healthy manner.
Awesome. And I loved this comment. President Obama only gets one piece of AJ's artwork. I feel special to have 11. So
I
lock out.
love it, man. Oh my god. Yeah, shout out to you, Lockhouse. That's hilarious. So yeah, totally.
Yeah. And then Good Day Crypto, Sean says, anyone who hasn't already, the Academy within the EMP Discord will give you the best free education you can get in crypto. Well worth your time. And that's one of the things I love about your protocol is always working on educating and not just shilling and things like that, but always working on educating. So yeah, definitely check out the Academy as well.
Yes, thank you, Good Day Crypto. Yeah, totally. Right there on the homepage, James, that banner at the top, learn how to invest. There you go. So again, it's about a 1 hour course, all free online academy that you can take. And again, we never give financial advice. It's simply a means of learning how to best utilize your investment in EMP. So yeah, it's very powerful. And again, the beauty of EMP is that uh, what's best for you as the investor is also best for the protocol. And so a lot of times people, will hear us say, don't sell EMP. And they think, well, what the hell? I don't, that makes no sense. What do you mean, don't sell EMP? Well, when you use EMP as a utility token to earn eShare, you're actually able to earn more while continuing to have exposure to Ethereum by doing it that way. So again, we operate very differently than most DeFi protocols, and it takes a while to learn that. But once you do learn that, it's very, very powerful. And if you're lazy or just don't have the time to learn, these NFTs are the perfect solution for you. So yeah.
Yeah, no, love that. And this is the type of training class where I would expect to see 997 or 497 or 297, but
Exactly.
free. Entire program
Yep.
free. So love that.
Yeah, and that's
Love
been a major ethos of us. I mean, I from day one I said, anything that we offer as far as education will be free to anybody willing to learn and to take the time to learn. We have rolled out a subscription model for a little more personal attention, but the base core academy will always be free, absolutely 100%. Yeah.
Awesome. And I can answer this one. So you just rest for just a minute. I'll answer this and then we'll close with
All
one
right,
more.
thank you, brother. Yeah, catch my breath, right? Yeah.
Yeah. If I compound earlier than the 12 a.m. UTC deadline on the detonator, do I lose the extra yield? So if you, whenever you click compound or claim, anything you would have gotten between then and the 12 a.m., and again, AJ, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't get that day. Now, it's not lost. That's not really the right way to think about it because it's still in, you'll still get it eventually. You just won't get it that day. So your best bet, if you want the maximum for that day, you should do it as close to 12 a.m. as you can. But like I usually do it maybe an hour before it's like 4 p.m. here. But it's not lost. That's not really the right way to think about it. Anything. Was that good enough answer?
Yeah, no, great answer, James. And again, I mean, that is another really important part of this NFT. The number one way to utilize to maximize your position in any of the detonator as a service contracts is to accumulate tickets, and these tickets will eventually have you win the lottery, and that is the number one way to again boost your position in Detonator or any of the subsequent contracts without having to put in new capital. And so this NFT also helps with that because you're given EMP ETH LP as a reward in the Detonator Defender that you could then put either on the farm to earn more share. So now you're earning on top of earning. Or what I like, and this is a strategy I'll be using, is I'm going to take the rewards from the Detonator Defender and then deposit those on a daily basis into Detonator on my own. And you're essentially producing tickets to win the lottery and building your principal balance in Detonator, all for essentially free once you, again, ROI on the NFT itself. So, yeah, it's very exciting.
Okay, there you go. There's a high IQ idea for you guys. So if
There
you
you go.
take
We gave you the alpha, James, only on your channel. There you go. Play that back, everybody.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
totally.
right. That's golden right there. So if you take these NFTs and you take the EMP Ethereum liquidity pool tokens that you receive from them and you manually put them into the detonator, then you get the tickets for the daily drawing and things like that. So again, the daily drawing, what's it up to right now?
Yeah,
Let's
8
see.
right there in the middle at the very
Oh,
yep, there you go.
so
What is it?
8K if you win
8K.
that.
Yep, 8K a day. Yes, brother, absolutely. And again, we're able to give these, rewards and incentives because all of the capital in those contracts is locked. So if you win the lottery, you're not able to just claim it and dump it on all of our heads. You have to again get a little bit added to your burst every day from winning that lottery. But it can be substantial. I mean, it's another, between 10 and $50 a day that you get by winning those lotteries. So, and really overall, these contracts are designed to reward, the patient over the impatient. And so, those that have been claiming every day, they're worried about EMP, they're worried about crypto overall. They claim, they claim, they claim. They're going to be diluted a lot faster than those that have a more long-term approach and compound and claim responsibly. And again, we're all here to make money. We encourage people to claim from Detonator, but if you do it, one or two times a week, that will allow you to experience all the compound interest from staying in the contract as well.
Gotcha. And anything coming to boost the Sentinel Squadron NFTs? And my answer would be anything that boosts the whole ecosystem is going to boost each individual part of the ecosystem. So, like this NFT collection, in theory, should help the ecosystem, which will make those Sentinel Squadron NFTs produce more. But anything you want to add to that, AJ?
No, that was a beautiful rendition, James. So yeah, totally, and it's true. I mean, again, everybody, any yield is good yield. Again, back to that statement earlier. But yes, the Sentinel Squadron NFTs, because they're rewarding an e-share, the higher the price of e-share, the higher the APR. So And we get to that point by having the peg recover, by having all these different mechanisms play out. It's like the chicken or the egg. It's hard to say what comes first, but once it does finally happen, then yeah, it will reward all of us. And that's another reason why we say don't sell EMP. Is that you're basically flooding your own bag, because the more closer we get to peg, the less selling pressure on EMP, the more you're able to earn in every part of the ecosystem. So yeah, it's really fundamentally important.
And does the NFT expire or is it constantly earning in perpetuity?
Yep, so that's again another beautiful part. No taxes, no in and out staking fees. There are taxes in Detonator and Reactor, but if you have an NFT, you avoid those taxes because you're part of that major wallet that is the good actor, that isn't draining the contract. So we're able to avoid those taxes, and yeah, it will earn in perpetuity. So again, as long as, and that's another thing. Everybody says, how are you so sustainable? Well, as long as eShare doesn't go to zero, and again, that's what we pay our yield in, the protocol can pay indefinitely. So we really feel like we're set up to weather the storm. And again, that's another reason why we've had so much push on these NFTs to get them out the door, because we've been working on what we call the final form of EMP. Again, I know a lot of you are Dragon Ball Z fans, the final form. But no, we want to focus on that 100% in early 2023, and that will even help again mitigate any potential inflation issues and really make it more valuable to hold your EMP than sell it. So once that happens, I think we're going to be making some major waves in DeFi.
All right. And the last one, I promise I'm not going to let any more come
All
in.
right, no worries, brother. Go ahead.
But I like this one because I always like education as a part of what we're doing. So, can you educate us about liquidity and the importance of it in a protocol? Other tomb forks, and I'm not even talking just about tomb forks, but all protocols talk about buzz and virtually have no liquidity. Why is liquidity so important to a protocol?
I love it. So, and I'll let you add to this, James. I know you talk about it a lot, but yeah, liquidity really is king. And a lot of people try to talk about TVL, which is another okay measurement, but even TVL can be inflated and not really a true measurement of the health of a protocol. But um, liquidity is important for many reasons. So, the two major reasons that come to mind is the larger the liquidity, the more anybody, whether it's a whale or not, is able to move in and out of the protocol without having major price impact. So again, most projects are lucky if they have $100,000 of liquidity. We have $6 million of liquidity, and so with that, it also helps us, maintain what typically kills a tomb fork is a run on the bank. And when people pull liquidity and sell, now there's less liquidity, and so the selling hurts even more, and really drives the project to zero. So by having very deep liquidity, we're able to mitigate that. And it is a bit of a double-edged sword because it's also harder to recover peg as well. But by having that deep liquidity, when we do recover peg, then we're even much more solid. So again, we're like a tank, a tank on the battlefield. We become even more bulletproof for sure.
Yep, absolutely. So you can kind of think of liquidity. So you have buy pressure and sell pressure, and liquidity is kind of what keeps those from making the price go drastically in one way or the other. And I'll say the reason that EMP and MDB have made it through this bear market when most other protocols haven't is because they have so much liquidity. They would not be if EMP. And what I like to look for is maybe a fifth of the liquidity as the TVL would be like awesome. But let me just show you EMP. They have like 6 million in liquidity and 10 million TVL. So I mean that's incredible. MDB is
Yes.
probably number two, but I think you guys probably have the most healthy liquidity of about any protocol out there. And that's been even with really harsh market, you guys are still alive and kicking, and that's because of the liquidity, in my opinion. So
Yep, totally. And it's proprietary to our protocol because a lot of that liquidity, again, our community is amazing. You know, they're diehards. They support that liquidity, but a lot of it as well is locked up in the detonator. And again, detonator is proprietary to EMP. So that's why we have the secret sauce, so to speak, that has really been helping us become not only the most dominant seniors protocol, but literally one of the only major DeFi protocols left in the current landscape. So yeah, we're again, brother, we work tirelessly, to deliver on everything that we said, and we have a ton of big brain, participants that are working with us to make EMP even more special.
awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and close there. Thank you, audience. Whenever I do an EMP AMA, I leave in a good mood. And I can't say that about all the AMAs that I do. So I really, really appreciate you guys. And just, I'm going to leave with a smile on my face, and it's going to help the rest of my day. And guys, don't forget that you have the power to impact people in that way by just speaking positively and friendly, or speaking negatively. You can do the opposite. And unfortunately, it's easier to do negative things than it is positive. I think they say it takes 10 positive interactions to counter one negative. So be one of the 10 positive is what I'll end up with closing words. And AJ, thank you for all you do. And I look forward to having you back maybe next week or whenever next
Right on.
I see you.
Yes. Yeah, our daily appointment, right,
Yeah,
James?
that's
So,
right.
oh man, no, I appreciate you, brother. And again, shout out to you and your whole community. And I love what you say about positivity. Again, I know you have a background of again supporting the Lord and trying to be a better person. And if we can do that through crypto, that's amazing as well. I think everybody gets so overwhelmed and burned out, and like you said, crypto Twitter, that's the worst place you can be. So let's all be positive and move into again what we hope is another bull run. I've been through this is my third bear market, and I've seen it time and time again, brother. We see full capitulation, which is what we're seeing now, and it may be another month, it may be another year, but as long as we continue to build and try to be as positive as we can, we'll make it out on the other side for sure, bro. Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Thanks. I've been telling my community, money comes and goes. You can always make more money. You can lose money. I mean, it's how life goes. But connections and relationships. I mean, you ruin those, and it's hard to get those back. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Is I want to try to make money through this market, but more importantly, I want to keep people are always more important to me than money. So I want to keep that going. So
100%, bro. Well, all right, man. I'm gonna go to my other 500 AMAs.
good luck.
No, no. So, all right, James. Much love, brother. Thank you
All
again.
right. Yep. Take care, brother.